Yep, there's somebody's that's on. How you doing? It is I thought I turned off all my sound, but I didn't. It is Thursday night at a little after 9 p.m., 9:05 p.m., April 25th. We're gonna talk about NRAAM. NRAAM. We've got a bunch of people in the panel and a bunch of people from TRIGGRplusP. This is going to be one of the first videos on TRIGGRplusP. I'm going to download this and make a valid attempt to re-upload it on that channel. So this would be one of the first things over there. So that being said, we're going to talk about NRAAM. Most of the people that are on the panel tonight are there, and we're going to have some more jumping in just a minute. I sent links out just a little bit late, trying to make sure that I got the ones that were there on first, or at least gave them first dibs. So that being said, let's go through the panel and we'll see who was there from my right, your left. Let's go ahead and start off with the GunSnob. Snob. That means you.
He's coming. I'm coming. So what are we doing? Oh, introductions. Hey, welcome. I am coming to you live from the great city of Indianapolis, Indiana, with all these other wonderful people around me. My wonderful wife here that's not even looking in there and all that. So thanks for having me, man. Thanks for hosting us tonight. It's going to be a good one.
Oh, yeah. It's, I got to say, I'm jealous I'm not there, but, you know, work calls. I can't take off every weekend, but I think from this point forward, I will more than likely, depending on how it falls on my work schedule, if I have to choose, I will pick NRAAM over Spring Wanamaker, but you know, it very well could fall on weekends I'm off, so I won't always have to make that decision. But this year, I'll definitely choose a little differently next year. So that being said, okay, good. She got a link. I don't know whether she's ready to jump on or not, but that guy's wife. How you doing this week?
Hey.
I'm just going straight across the board. However you pop up is how you pop up.
Oh, I'm ready to give my husband away, but otherwise I'm good. We're finally in Illinois.
Are you driving or are you stopped?
We are stopped. We are at Cracker Barrel.
Oh boy.
So yeah.
Are you in Rockford?
No, we're in Hoyt. I don't know. It's yeah.
All right.
Whatever it is. It's two names with an H and something. I don't know.
So everything else going good so far?
The road. Oh my gosh, there was a road that was just awful. I want to say it was it Arkansas? That it was just ridiculous. Chris, lock the car.
All right. Well, what's your ETA in Indianapolis?
About an hour, but we stopped. Sorry.
All right.
He's with Ghost, so now he's ignoring me. So yeah, I'm by myself.
All right.
Sorry.
So they've already gone in?
Yes.
Okay. And I forgot, since they're sharing a channel, I've got to introduce Snob's wife. How are you doing this evening? Since they're sharing the same link. Stacy, hit the unmute button.
I was waiting for my husband to get it unmuted because he was already like playing with the mouse. I am doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. How's that funny looking dog doing?
Doing well.
He's moved out into a bigger pen now.
I would say he's probably gaining weight at a rapid rate.
It's almost time for me to bring him home and put him in my backyard and keep him as a pet.
Why not?
Till we eat him.
I'm not eating him.
I brought 15 pounds of his cousin up here with us, so
we can eat the cousin, but we cannot eat my calf.
I think she looks serious. I don't think I'd cross her.
I'm keeping him.
All right. Okay. I'm glad you could jump on tonight. And next we have Tardot first. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Thanks for having me. It's kind of awkward being in a house full of people and we're all like sitting here with headsets on and trying to not talk over each other. And of course, I got, if my camera flips, it did. There's gunpowder.
Oh, there she is.
And there's a hand. But yeah, it's pretty good. We're excited and ready for the show tomorrow.
What time does it start tomorrow?
I believe it's 9 a.m., but we can get in, I think, at 8. So
awesome. Does Gunpowder want to say anything? An intro? She want to wave again? Say hi.
I don't know. She might have to holler. I don't know unless we unmute the snowball mic in the middle of the room.
Hi, everybody.
Flip it around.
Yep, we can hear her.
You want to say anything?
Hi, everybody.
Okay.
I don't really have anything going on.
All right. Well, glad you guys are on tonight. And next, all the way from, he's in Indiana. I don't know how far of a drive it is for him, but Roll Call 219 is here.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, how far are you out from Indy?
2.5 hours.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, so we're gonna drive down tomorrow.
I gotta work till 1.
Yeah, so I'm sitting in the luxury of my house.
Awesome.
But I'll be down there tomorrow. What time does the show end? Anybody know? Tomorrow? Like 5 or something?
I mean, it's got to last till 5, if not 6. But
I believe it runs 9 to 6.
So
yeah, I want to say 6.
All 3 days, 9 to 6.
Well, we might make it. Look at Ghost.
Hey, there he is. They're entertaining themselves, waiting on their name to be called so they can go eat. Hopefully they'll keep a good connection. All right. Well, I'm glad you're here tonight. Next, we have got Rich White.
Hello, everybody.
He's in especially rare form. He's super excited this evening.
I came right by your house today, Rich, and you didn't wave or nothing.
Well, how am I supposed to know?
Well, I came through West Virginia.
Did you go up 81?
Man detector.
Did you go up 81 or did you go
35?
Yeah, you went the wrong way.
Oh.
What? You mean that didn't go right by your house?
No. You'd have had to gone up 81 and then some other weird way. You know, up 50 in Winchester, and then you take 50 up to 220, and then go up 220. Then you would have went right by my house. But, yeah.
All right. Next, the orange one, the other third of TRIGGRplusP.
Yo.
What's going on?
Not much. I'm just sitting here in a house with a bunch of people.
Awesome.
Waiting, trying to decide which couch I'm going to sleep on.
Hope you have to sleep on a sofa bed.
I think it is. I think they are.
I think you can push them together and make one really nice bed.
Yeah, even if they're not, they're big. They're long enough. I can be all right here.
Okay. And next we've got Budget Guns and Gear. What's going on?
Just taking a break from packing for the NRA meeting to hang out with you guys. I haven't made it yet. I'm going to head out in the morning. Once I do finally get on the road, it'll be about 6 hours till I'm there.
Oh, really? And you're where at? You're in what, Ohio? Is that where?
Ohio.
Slacker.
Yep. Eastern
Budget's
Ohio.
a slacker.
No, my wife has a doctor's appointment in the morning that I'd forgotten about, so I kind of have to do that first.
Okay.
Hey, look what
I'll
I
give you
made.
that.
I didn't get to go shoot it today because I'm
Sweet.
completely wore out from last night, but I made up my little thing. I was going to go post it and shoot it today. I just didn't have the energy, so I'm going to get up tomorrow and go do it.
All right.
Get that one done.
Could you make another one of those and mail it to me?
Yes.
Oh, and Snob wants one too.
Okay. I actually photocopied it, so I'll make a couple more. And then I didn't do my usual like where I make it like on Excel. I just drew it out. But and I've got that one I was going to shoot tomorrow too. The 2A spring challenge. That's going to be tomorrow's project. So you're heading out tomorrow?
Yep. If I can find a little bit of time, I might go ahead and shoot that spring challenge as well. But I meant to do it today, but the weather has been absolute garbage today, so I didn't get an opportunity. That, and I've been packing. Last minute run around trying to find camera gear.
Just grab you a Polar Pop and hit the road.
That's right. You know I'm going to too.
Polar Pop and a cheesy brat and
yep.
Bam. Well, hopefully no confrontation and then out the door.
Clear his throat.
Yep.
That's right. Clear my throat and just lay about the place. I'll have my lawyer with me because my brother's coming, so I it'll be good.
All right. Next from Maryland, from the gun unfriendly state of Maryland, Kingpin, David Bowling. What's going on?
I ain't got no NRAAM.
Nope.
No, not this year.
You or me neither. I'm out as well.
Thanks for having me anyway.
I know. I'm glad you could be on. Let's see. I'm trying to see who is out there. I got to jump around from different things to even see who is, how many people are watching, because it doesn't show up on the bottom of the Hangouts anymore. There's 20 people out there watching. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Next, we've got Gizzard Gary.
What's up?
What's up?
Thanks for the invite.
Oh, yeah. Are you on the way to NRAAM?
I wish. No, like you, I shall consume the great video content that is coming from there. But I shall not be part of it.
Gizzard doesn't have any more vacation days.
Oh, that's not true. Just wait till I take the month of December off.
Yeah, he gets like 320 vacation days a year, I'm pretty sure.
He does.
Not quite.
So there was a question in the chat where William Keller asked what he should bring or expect or something. I forgot how he worded it to his first NRAAM. I think it was what he should bring. And I told him a backpack and comfy shoes. Anybody else got any recommendations on that?
Advil. Advil or your pain reliever of choice. Because your feet and or legs, knees, hips, whichever one tends to bother you after a lot of walking, will be bothering you because you'll probably be walking a lot. But the backpack is a necessity, and good shoes.
I'm just going to throw this out here. Some of us are young guys and don't have to, take old people medicine for the back aches.
No, my back's fine. Just my knees will bother me. Are you wearing a plaid shirt with pearl snaps? No pearl snaps.
I have a pearl snap shirt somewhere, but I didn't bring it.
Well, I'm going to have a pearl snap shirt. I promise.
I'm gonna have to get me another cowboy hat. I haven't had a cowboy hat in a while. I'll have to get me another one. Wear it one day on a chat.
Well, that should be like part of your character, part of your online character.
Change my tuxedo to a bolo and a pearl snap shirt, or what?
Just every once in a while. Just every once in a while, I'll have that on there. Okay. So I want you guys to tell me, I guess, first thing around could be, what are you guys most looking forward to tomorrow? Let's just start in no particular order. Let's start with people that are there. Let's, I'm just going to go in reverse order. Budget. What are you looking forward to at NRAAM?
Meeting some new people. There's a couple people that, well, for instance, meeting the Gun Channel's crew. I've been talking to you guys online for over a year now, and it'll be nice to finally get to shake some hands and hang out with you guys. Also to meet with some of the people I've been talking with in the industry, but haven't met yet. so that'll be nice. Just kind of hanging out and taking the scene and meeting some friends I haven't met yet and making some friends I haven't made yet. That's really what the whole thing's about. It's the networking thing for me. I'm not really going there for the NRA aspect of it. I'm going there for the social networking and whatnot aspect of it.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
I can tell you right now, these guys won't accept just a handshake. There will be a lot of hugging going on.
Well, okay, I guess.
Yep.
And the orange one might give you a kiss.
What's that?
The orange one might give you a kiss. You got to be careful around him.
It's called the Joe Biden challenge. Get it right.
As long as there's no tongue, or at least not a lot, we'll be all right.
Well, I'll tell you what, the beard does tickle.
He is completely down with the Joe Biden challenge.
I'm definitely looking forward to another roll call hug montage video.
Oh, it's happening. I know it's happening, and you guys are going to have to accept it.
Hey, roll call. Are you bringing the Snuggie down?
I can bring the Snuggie down. You guys want me to bring this? I'll walk around NRAAM with a Snuggie.
Well, I was just thinking, I really got some good out of watching Obnoxious almost trip over himself trying to get it. So,
yeah, he almost fell on his face.
Yeah, I ain't doing that again. I ain't doing that again.
That would have been so good if he would have ate gravel, be like picking it out of his arm and stuff.
I almost did.
I know.
Yeah, the real question for roll call is: do you have your campaign signs ready?
I've got something made up, man. Don't worry. It's coming. You'll see it. It's coming down.
All right. So, but just looking forward to meeting everybody, which is a very interesting thing when you talk to people for as much as we talk to them, and you see them online all the time, and you become friends with people that you've never physically met. That was a new concept to me.
Yeah.
That was a very new concept to me because I don't need a whole lot of friends. I have some, but I don't need a ton. I'm not a social butterfly. I mean, I have a lot of acquaintances, but after being in this community, I've developed friendships with people that I hadn't met up until, recently. And that's a very interesting concept. I didn't think that was really part of who I was. I didn't really think I had that in me, but apparently I do. So
I'm with you, man. Cause it normally, I hate to use the phrase in real life because it's not exactly what I mean, but I guess in person, in the flesh, I'm actually pretty reserved. The online persona that I have is not real close to my in-person persona. So, the whole concept, it takes a while for me to embrace friendship with somebody, but this whole, hey, we're buddies because we talk online thing is just weird, but seems to be working. So it'll be interesting to see how I react to meeting you guys in person.
Oh, you'll be fine. It's really fun. Like first time I met Obnoxious was in my driveway. We immediately pile in the truck and take like a 15-hour journey.
Yep.
I mean, I guess we're going to be friends because we're going all in. We're investing on this one.
We're all in on this one. There wasn't any choice. We were either really gonna like each other after that journey, or really hate each other.
We talk so much online. There was nothing new. There was nothing new, nothing unexpected. We just hopped in and just started joking around and having a good time, just like we've known each other forever. So,
me and Gunpowder were talking about that on the way here and saying that we were taught, especially our generation, taught at a young age, don't be going and meeting up with strangers you meet on the internet and all that. When the internet was a young thing, and then all of a sudden now we're sitting here in a house with 4 people that we have never met in person. Mm-hmm. And they're learning a lot about us apparently as we go along.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just a strange concept, isn't it?
Yeah, but Obnoxious really is a little bit uglier in person than he is online. I'm just saying. And I'm a lot skinnier in person than I am online. I'm just throwing that out there.
That's a damn dirty lie.
Obnoxious is a little taller in real life than he looks online.
He is that.
You look a little shorter online.
Yeah, I will say I don't feel like as much of a giant around this group though. You know, when I'm around Chris and Clover and Ghost, I feel kind of tall.
Mm-hmm. And Gizzard, you're a lot taller than Gizzard too.
Just about everybody's taller than Gizzard, so that's why I kind of like to hang around Clover because he's not very much taller than me. So.
Is he taller than you?
I think we're just pretty darn close. Same height. I'm taller than Ghost.
Gary?
Yeah, Ghost said he's a lot taller in real life. He's like 6'2" in real life.
Gary, I sat in Joplin all morning waiting on you to get there, and finally I just had to give up because I thought you said you were going to call in sick and be there today to ride with me.
Yeah, I'm sorry it didn't happen, dude. Some of us have to work for a living 4 days a week.
Says the guy who takes off a month at a time.
Jealous.
I probably, and I'm not knocking you, but I probably worked more yesterday on my day off than you had to at work in 2 days. You're probably an 8 hour. Are you an 8 or a 10 hour a day guy?
Me?
Yeah.
10.
Oh, well, that's not too bad. 8 hours is like, it's like you blink and it's over. But, all right. Okay, we got through obnoxious. Rich. Well, you're not going there, so I'm skipping you for this one. Roll call. What are you looking forward to at NRAAM?
Well, of course, it's seeing everybody again, like GunSnob's wife, and
Hey.
Oh well, you two, and then
roll call. Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see Gunpowder
Yeah.
and Tardot. I haven't seen you guys in a year. God damn it, it's been a year too long.
Calm down. She's excited. She's happy. But like seeing everybody on the panel, and then I think the next thing on the list is, you know, I've been on YouTube for a while. I just recently started making content the last 3 or 4 years. So I really want to see the people that have been doing it for a while. And that's like I've been contacting Mr. Guns and Gear because I think I'm going to lick his head and make sure it's really bald. I've been messing with him online. I want to meet him. And then I really want to rub shoulders with some people in the industry and really get the feel for what that feels like. I see a lot of you guys do it. And, you know, the Wanamaker Gun Show is different than what we're about to experience.
Yeah, it's not as much of an industry show at all. This is an industry show.
Yeah.
I've got a question. Who's starting to GoFundMe? Because we need to start one tonight to start getting some bail money built up, because I'm pretty sure assault or something charges are being brought against him by Sunday morning.
I mean, I might not lose my stuff, but I can't guarantee it because there's a couple people that I will say some choice words to. I'll say it.
I was more concerned with the head licking. I'm pretty sure that's assault.
Yeah, I think Mr. Guns and Gear might get mad about that, but still, I mean, I'm only going to be there for 1 day, so catch me if you can. You know, gingerbread man.
Even Joe Biden doesn't walk up to people and lick their head.
Well, that's the difference between me and Joe Biden. I'm a little bit more creepier.
That's the best thing I've ever heard Rich say in my life.
But just like rubbing shoulders with people in the industry, got an email today from work that we're going to start being able to sell Beretta firearms. And they said if we're down there at NRAAM to come see their booth. So I'm going to go meet with them, tell them about where I work. And like, I'm really looking forward to getting some Berettas into that shop, kind of phase out some of them budget guns a little bit. I mean, I don't have anything against budget guns, but
I can't stand budget guns and budget gear, both of them.
Either one.
I like budget gear, but I just things like that.
Go straight to hell.
Hey, let me ask you something, real call.
Go ahead.
What do you have, like a uniform you wear at work, or do you have requirements? What do you wear?
All it is like a polo shirt with my logo, and then I wear a sweatshirt with my logo.
With the store logo.
Yeah, with the store logo.
See, I was wondering if they gave you some swag from the stuff that you guys sell. That would be cool to wear because it'd be a little bit of advertisement for them. But you wear ball caps, can't you? Or does it have to be a store
Yeah,
ball
I
cap?
can wear ball caps. I'm definitely gonna play that angle, and I know that's kind of rotten, but I'm definitely
it's
gonna tell
not.
them to give me some stuff to take back. And I'm like, give me 3 hats because there's 3 dudes in our department. That's all that runs the gun department.
There is nothing wrong with that because A, you're getting something that you're going to use, and B, you're getting them some advertisement.
Hey, roll call.
Yeah.
Do you like this job you have?
It's all right.
All right. Do you like it? Yes or no? Yes or no? Do you like it? Do you want to keep it? Let me ask it that way. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Do not wear their company shirts to the NRA. I'm just saying.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, no. I'm just, I'm just excited for that. Go in there and experience this, and talk to people and, make new connections. I mean, I want to see my channel flourish, and I know I'm a little, I guess, risque, but I mean, that's just me. You guys know me. A lot of you guys, the majority of you guys on this panel have met me, and I am the same way that I am on my YouTube channel. Am I not?
There's no holding back.
Same way. There's no going back. And I can,
100% genuine.
Yeah, I can tone it back. You can look on some of my videos. I can tone it back, and I can
on
be
mine. On mine, you make it PG.
Yeah,
no
I mean,
problem.
I can
ish.
Yeah, unless you get Cindy on here and she starts swearing.
Yeah, you just switch it to PG, and then when you're on your own, you switch it to off the chain. And hey, but seriously, I would try to get swag from brands that you like and brands that you carry, and wear them to work.
Oh, I'm gonna talk to the people at Beretta for sure. I know the guy's name. I'm gonna talk to him. I'm gonna talk to Taurus because our top selling gun is the G2C and the G2S. I'm gonna talk to Taurus. I'm gonna talk to maybe if Heritage is there. Chiappa, we carry Chiappa firearms, Mossberg, especially SIG. We sell a lot of SIGs and Glock. So SIG and Glock are gonna have to come off their swag. They're gonna have to, so I can wear it to work and promote their products.
All right, we have one other favor of you, roll call, while you're here. Every company you talk to and talk to about stuff, I need you to ask them if they will support you for NRA President 2020. I'm just saying.
That's half my plan. Get the industry on my side, and it's all uphill from there. And then we're just gonna roller coaster right into that seat, and I'm gonna sit in that seat, and I'm just gonna
Ain't that right, George?
Like vultures. Yeah.
All right.
But that's what I'm looking forward to.
Okay, good. I really do think you need to hit the swag for the brands that you carry and the brands that you like, because you can not only wear it on your videos, you can wear it to work, and which will possibly help influence future sales for these people. So I think hopefully they'll definitely hook you up with something. And for giveaways. All right. Next, Tardot. I saw him walking around in the background. I don't know whether he's available. I want to see what he's looking forward to.
I'm available. Right now, I'm looking forward to our pizza getting to the house. They're running about 10 minutes late.
They're supposed to be here 13 to 23 minutes ago.
Everybody's going to start getting hangry.
Yeah, your chat's not going to be PG if they don't have enough red pepper for Jesse either.
Is it deep dish or is it thin crust or is it regular?
It's deep dish. What do you think?
You're just gonna have to mute up.
These heathens were wondering what kind of pizza to get, and I said, "You're just outside Chicago. You're getting deep dish." They're like, "Well, how deep's it gonna be? You're gonna be able to swim in it. That's how deep it's gonna be."
Where'd you get it from?
Giordano's.
Oh yeah, you guys are good. 2 pieces. Piece and a half for you ladies. Watch.
Have you seen me?
Yeah, he may eat the whole pizza himself. We never know.
It's been a long time since Five Guys, and I ate a lot of peanuts there.
And another thing, don't forget, there's a question out in the chat about everyone that's supporting NRA for organization that doesn't support the Second Amendment. So I want to come back to that. I don't want to skip it, but I want to get through and see what people are looking forward to. So, Arminthia, Ghost, Clover, you guys want to jump in and tell me what you guys are looking forward to?
Okay, so I am looking forward to obviously seeing my girls because I haven't seen them yet. But as far as NRA, I'm looking forward to the fashion show. I'm super excited about that.
They have a fashion show?
Yes, Saturday night. The three of us have gotten in. Me, Jesse, and Stacy have gotten in as media for the fashion show. So yes, it's going to be super awesome. But there are several companies out there that I already have kind of made contacts with that we definitely want to go and stop by. Tactica Fashion is definitely one of them. I've already been wearing their holster. Oh my gosh, it's so freaking comfortable. I've worn it like this entire trip. Small at the back, so comfortable. I mean, yes. And they actually have a new belly band. So I'm super excited about that. So
See belly bands?
Awesome.
belly band. He's asking, is there anything y'all are excited to see? Chris says, or Clover, excuse me, says no. I think they're more excited about food at the moment.
Are you guys eating Mexican food? Asking for a friend.
No, we're at Cracker Barrel.
Oh, that sounds good. Anything sounds good right now, though.
Well, I have fried chicken. He's got fried pork chops. He's got chicken fried steak.
Oh boy. I always get breakfast when I go there. Or the
Always
chicken and
get
dumplings.
roast beef.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
yeah, their chicken and dumplings are sort of, oh man.
Their chicken and
my
dumplings
go-to.
are like my grandmother used to make, and
Yep.
that's the only place that has them like that.
I don't typically eat chicken and dumplings, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you, George. Their chicken and dumplings are like how my grandmother used to make them too.
But
Well, I didn't know they had not that the fashion show would necessarily appeal to me, but I didn't know that they had that. So I think that's pretty cool.
it is cool, and I don't think everybody knew this, but and I can't remember. I've got it written down at the house, and I could probably find it online. Their original venue that they were supposed to have it at backed out on them and said that. And I'm assuming that has something to do with this organization that went around passing out these signs for these businesses to hang in their windows. But they came back and told them that they didn't want them having their fashion show there. So they had to change their venue like a couple of weeks ago.
All right.
So.
Well, Snob, what are you and Stacy looking forward to?
Other than supper, well, I'm looking forward to meeting a bunch of these people again that I haven't met, and some of them I haven't seen in a few weeks, and already got to meet some. So that. But as far as a show, I don't really know. I'm looking forward to a lot of stuff. Just seeing new stuff, seeing different companies and stuff. And like I said, I've been there once before, but never as media, so that's going to be interesting and different for me. So, and G-Webs, it was some local Chicago deep dish pizza kind of place. I don't know the name of it. I'd be lying if I tried to tell you. I heard it.
Stacy looking forward to anything in particular?
Is lost. Do what?
Stacy looking forward to anything in particular?
Apparently pizza. She's standing outside with everybody else looking for the pizza. So maybe one of them will loan you their mic.
This guy had better get there quick, huh?
Yeah, he's already like 20 minutes late.
Here, Sarge is asking about you.
Yes, honey.
What are you looking forward to besides pizza at the NRA annual meeting?
You can't take mine.
I don't know, a lot of things. I'm just excited to see a lot of I'm hoping Femme Fatale will be there because they haven't been the last two Wanna Makers. And some of their concealed carry purses and some other guns. Get your butt over here.
All right.
Still got one.
And and of course beating up obnoxious.
I think he should be tased.
He should.
Once Arminthia gets there.
Yeah.
Charge your batteries up and give him a good jolt.
Yeah, and I know he's sleeping too.
Yep.
I'm in the same house with him, which is like really bad for him.
Right in the neck.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be so good.
All right. Now I'm going to throw out a question to the panel, and you guys just jump in when you want to. There was a comment there a little bit ago about the NRA should be burned to the ground, and that why is all the people here supporting an organization that doesn't care about the Second Amendment? So go.
Okay,
I'm gonna
first of
go
all,
first.
no, I've already jumped in. First of all, I'm going not necessarily to support the NRA, but I'm going to support the companies that are at this show. They are the companies that are supporting us and that are giving us stuff, that are doing things for. Exactly. It's the 2A. They are supporting 2A. I mean, that's what we're doing. We're putting these companies, we're putting their stuff out there for everybody to see. Say, hey, you carry, right? You can still carry. These are options that you have available that you might not know about. That's what I'm going to do. From
Excellent point.
From a female perspective.
Okay, my turn.
Yes.
All I have to say is go watch the G-Web's chat with Jeff Knox. That's all I have to say. If you haven't watched that, watch it. Very interesting.
Watch it with what?
The chat with Jeff Knox from when was that? G? Day before yesterday?
Day before yesterday. Jeff Knox is Neil Knox's son. Neil Knox is the guy responsible for the October 77 revolt that kept the NRA in Washington, D.C., and he was the first president of the ILA.
If you want to throw a link out there, I would that would be great. So we can, but it was from a couple nights ago.
Yeah, on the big channel.
Okay. It was absolutely excellent.
Well, I will definitely watch that after we're done.
I want to put this out here. There's a reason why I have an NRA membership, and it's because when I bought a Taurus pistol, I got a free membership. I have not given a cent to the NRA. I believe we shouldn't burn it to the ground. There's two separate entities here that we're talking about. We're talking about the ILA. They are the scumbags. They are the people that are pushing a poor agenda. Now, without the NRA, you're not getting these trap teams to shoot in high school. You're not getting the Eddie the Eagle program. Those things are, I would say, valuable to the fullest extent. There's certain elements inside the NRA that are the problem. And until those elements are fixed, they're going to continue to go through these problems. I think the NRA is valuable, but right now there's certain elements in the NRA that are not so good. And I haven't supported the NRA one bit. My membership that I have for this year is free. It's a free membership. And I told Cindy if she has to pay to get in, not to get a membership, just pay a fee to get into the door, unless she has to get a 1-year membership. But I think I can bring a guest, so she might get in for free. So I'm not supporting the NRA one bit. I'm going to see the industry. I'm going to do what Arminthia said about the 2A, the companies that are giving this opportunity for you to go out and shoot the guns that you shoot on your channels or on your range days. That's who I'm there to support. We'll get to the NRA sometime later down the road, but it definitely needs to be addressed one way or the other. So that's my take on it.
Do you think it's fixable?
Yes, I think everything's fixable. I mean,
exactly. I think that's a great statement. I'm going to stop you right there. I think everything is fixable. It's not all doom and gloom like some people like to preach. Is it messed up now? Yes. Is it fixable? Of course it's fixable. Are you going to fix it in 5 minutes? No. Okay. Jump in. Sorry.
No, you're absolutely correct. I mean, if you look, we just got in a car accident. Now we're okay, right? But guess what? The car is fixable. All right. We haven't hit that point where that car is totaled out with the NRA, and I think people need to keep that in mind. So, and then vote for me for the board.
Yes. Now I'm an NRA member. One, because I have to be if I want to teach concealed carry. so I have to be an NRA member. Do they do a lot of good? Yes. Do the GOA and Firearms Policy Coalition do a lot of good? Yes. We have a debate about which one's better, and the more I listen to these debates and the more I listen about what they do, it's kind of like maybe not every one of them does the same thing well, but they all do some things good, and I think we need all of them, and we need to kind of work together instead of some people like to pit one against the other. And to a degree, I'm sure they're doing that themselves, but I think we need to support the groups that are fighting for us, all of them. But that's just me.
Well, and I think a big thing in the end is you got to answer that question of burning down the NRA you got to answer that question with a question, and that is not even talking about the ILA side of it. What's the solution to fix it? Because everybody that says that tends to not have the answer of what's your solution to fix the other side of it, where it's the training, the education, all of that.
And you know what just pointing out problems without a solution is? That's whining. So that's right. And the whining is all well and good, but after a while it gets old. There needs to be some solutions presented, like you said. And some good conversation to take place to try to figure out, okay, what do we need to change? What do we need to change first? Because, hey, you can look at the big picture and it just looks like so overwhelming. Well, there's an old saying, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. You got to figure out where to start and start working on it and get going.
And I want to throw this out there. For the people that say just burn it down, what is the aftermath? So we burn down the NRA theoretically, all right? So what comes next? What do we do then?
Mm-hmm.
What do we do? So if you're the person that says burn it down, and I've kind of leaned that way, but I've kind of opened my eyes and said, instead of saying burn it down, let's find some kind of solution. I mean, until we come to that solution, or until we find it, let's just keep on working at it, and then we will figure out whether it's fixable or not. And it's just that simple.
Yeah. And to your point of what happens in the aftermath roll call, who's going to be the ones, if we get rid of the NRA, to put the bullseye on their back and take all the crap that the NRA takes from the left as it is already? And do we want to give them a rallying cry? What do you think is going to happen if the NRA goes away? The left is going to celebrate this, and they're going to use it as a rallying cry for their cause to get rid of firearms. Because right now, they're the boogeyman that the left and the anti-gunners are using. You get rid of that boogeyman, who you're going to give them a big boost in their morale.
Plus, and then they're just going to find a new boogeyman. And some of these other organizations might not be able to withstand what they can. You know, it's tough when everybody's against you. It's tough to keep going. But anybody else have anything they want to throw in there? Because I've heard some good points in the last week or two.
About why we're going, or
no, we're talking about. Someone had a comment in the chat about the NRA should be burned to the ground, and why is everyone that's going there supporting anti-gun organizations?
Well, I'm not going to support the NRA. I mean, I've got a life membership. I got it before concealed carry passed in Illinois, and then I saw what they did in Illinois and let them get away with. We've had this discussion numerous times on, you know, what they let Illinois get away with with the concealed carry permit. I'm going for the industry and meet the industry and make some contacts there, and meeting some of these new people that I haven't met. Like, we got Gary here, we got Tardot and Gunpowder. I haven't met them. I haven't met Budget. I mean, if Squib ends up coming down, I haven't met him. I mean, so that's why I'm going. I mean, right now, the way the NRA is, they're not gonna see another dime from me. I'd rather put it out to other content creators and other organizations that I think do a lot better than the ILA does. I mean, I realize the NRA does a lot of stuff better stuff than the actual NRA and not the ILA branch.
Mm-hmm.
But burn it down? I don't see burning it down. I'd burn down the ILA. You know,
See, there's a solution.
You know, because I think the ILA is the one that's got the problem with it. But I haven't dug into the NRA enough to know, you know, if the board does have any power, or if it doesn't have any power, like some like to say.
There always has to be checks and balances. There always has to be. Someone can't be put in charge and then all of a sudden change everything, and then they're the almighty in charge of this organization with no repercussions. That there has to be some sort of checks and balances. I haven't investigated it either, but there's just I cannot believe some of the doom and gloom that I hear.
Ready for more doom and gloom?
Hmm?
Ready for some more doom and gloom then?
Yes, I am absolutely ready.
So Jeff Knox is a second generation Second Amendment advocate. His dad was Neil Knox, who was involved with the NRA through the 70s, and he was on the board of directors when the NRA in the 70s decided to move their headquarters from Washington, D.C. to Colorado to avoid any kind of political confrontations and to turn the organization from a marksmanship and training and education into a conservation and hunting focused organization. And Neil at the time in 1977, through newsletters and telephones and people putting 1977 grassroots efforts, organized what was called the October Revolt of the NRA. So, and then the NRA meetings is it's the 143rd annual meeting. This organization has been around since the 1870s. Yesterday or today was the first anniversary of the first match they held in 1873. This organization is very old. It's our oldest Second Amendment organization. It's our oldest civil rights organization. In 1977, Neil Knox was able to organize enough people who were frustrated with the direction of the board of the NRA to show up at the annual meeting and to put on a blaze orange hunter's cap at noon. And that was an indication that the membership was upset with the way the board was running it. They used that as a rally and they voted the board out. They changed the direction of the NRA. They started the NRA ILA at that point. Well, actually, it was a few years later. So membership changed the direction of the NRA. Yes, the defeatists will tell you that they've changed the way that it runs because they didn't want the same thing to happen the next year. And then later, you know, politics and large organization, you know, the stuff was changed so that exact situation couldn't happen again. However, that's setting the stage for who Neil Knox was. Later in the 90s, Neil Knox was, again, I believe, if I remember everything right, was the first president of NRA ILA after Wayne had been starting to turn the organization into a fundraising organization and less of an activist organization. Neil Knox, right, the guy who was responsible for October of 77, was running for president. Wayne LaPierre put Charleston Heston up, and that's when Charleston Heston became president. Charleston Heston was the original Colion Noir to go up against the Second Amendment rooted Neil Knox, who wanted to keep the direction of the NRA, you know, focused on and Second Amendment, hard set Second Amendment issues, and everything else after. That's when the division started, and that's to give again some idea of who Neil Knox is. So Neil Knox left the NRA at some point because he was removed, and he continued to work with organizations, and he created the Firearms Coalition, which was an organization he started in 1984 to bring organizations, gun owners' rights groups, and activists together. Right? He was doing Every Second Matters back in 1984 before there was even an internet. Before there was hardly any organizations, but 3 or 4 of them. He was helping to do what Clover's talking about, bridging these organizations. Again, that's who Neil Knox was. He has 2 children. He's gone now, right? He has 2 children. Chris wrote a book, and which is his dad, who was an author. Neil was an author. It's a combination, or it's a accumulation of all his works. So both of his sons are highly aware of their father's writings, and they are themselves prolific writers on Second Amendment issues. They've followed his, or they've kept his firearmspolicy.org organization alive since 1984, and it still does valuable work in organizing and keeping people on, aware of situations. So they are almost singularly aware of the situation we're dealing with now, and we're literally part of the situation when it started 25 years ago at the NRA. Okay, so that's to talk about who I had an interview with the other day. So I had an interview with Neil's son Jeff, who is the aware of all this, and had recently wrote some articles based on the New York Times, whatever that is, that New York Post or whatever article that was, about the NRA's situation right now. So when you say you don't believe that you need to burn it down or something like that, I think if you want to hear some more doom and gloom, it's more realistic or more appropriate to say, right now the NRA is, what's that church that's on fire?
Oh, Notre Dame. Notre
It
Dame.
is Notre Dame. NRA is on fire. NRA ignored financial things, and this lawsuit brings that to light. They are financially and legally responsible for those things in the state of New York. New York has an anti-gun, anti-NRA, whoever they are, attorney general, and all the people that are responsible for prosecuting. So there's no possible reason to suggest that there's any leniency or accommodations to be made for the NRA in New York. This is potentially a feather in their cap that'll let them say that they've killed the NRA. The NRA is potentially going to fall apart in the next 4 days. I'm not trying to be an alarmist, but to suggest that there's nothing going on is not correct. The NRA ignored accounting things that are necessary legally, and the accounting committee ignored it, is going to be responsible in the state of New York. The consequences could be the dissolution of the organization.
Can you just catch everybody? I know you just kind of just briefly covered it. Can you catch us up as to what they've got hanging over their head? Maybe just a little bit more. I don't want to put you on the spot, but because you said 4 days, what do they have hanging over their head? At least a little bit better.
So we're all aware of this article that came out in the New York, whatever it was, Post, right? Week ago, 19th or something like that, whenever it was. You're familiar with that really long article?
In the New Yorker.
Yeah. The New Yorker article from a while back. That New Yorker article is the result of what you might call a whistleblower, someone who's an employee of the NRA who is pro-NRA and aware of the unscrupulous / I think it's beyond irresponsible business practice with their whatever marketing company. So there's this lawsuit happening, and what will happen with the lawsuit that's going on in the state of New York is that they will have like all their stuff looked at or whatever. And there's, I don't know, if you read the Jeff Knox's article, he describes it, with more specificity, whatever the word is, specificity, because he knows the actual situations in New York, or he researched the situation in New York. But basically, as a organization based out of New York, they're bound to the laws of that state. And since this is a financial thing where they're in charge of a lot of other people's money, they're both legally and financially responsible. And that's the executive committee and the board.
The board is 100% responsible for those things.
Yeah, so there's precedent, sure, for organizations that do things unintentionally or accidentally, and they'll say, oh, you've got a clear record of being a good organization. This was a mix-up. Let's just overlook it for now, or some minor, thing. Why do we have to? What possible reason would we have to believe that that's what's going to happen with the state of New York? So what we have is a situation where the state of New York is kind of all sitting around a table, rubbing their knuckles together, rubbing their hands together, and grinning. And they have the NRA annual meeting this weekend. And do you think that article came out at the time that it did accidentally? Jeff doesn't seem to think so. So potentially, if the state of New York is looking to do, or the individuals in the state of New York are looking to do something big, then potentially this would be the time to do something. I have queued up Jeff's advice for the people that are at NRA. So I wanted to kind of frame it there because you were, talking about how the NRA and whether or not we should burn it down. I think it's important to say that some people would suggest that it is on fire, and whether or not, and in our actions in the next few days could potentially have something to do with the results, or it's out of our hands and all we can do is watch.
Is there any way that we can spin this into a good thing and try to get rid of some of the dead wood up there, or the bad seeds that may actually be responsible for all this, and try to get better people in? Could we spin this? Could it be a change in direction?
All I can tell you from my end is there's too much. I don't have ultimate time to spend reading about all this and understanding it and trying to.
Exactly.
So I just know what I've read from Jeff's things before I talked to him and then after. And I had missed one of his articles. So he had written a response to the New Yorker article that was quite lengthy. And with his insight, it was super interesting. And specifically, anybody who thinks the ILA is the problem needs to research the NRA. Anyone who thinks that withholding membership dollars is bad because it'll affect ranges and kids is wrong. You should research how the NRA is funded. We just got a glimpse of that the other day with Jeff, and I'll do more to try to figure that out. It sucks that we have to do this kind of due diligence to figure out where to withhold our money or how or whatever, but there's things that I had no idea that would seem obvious but aren't. The ILA has nothing to do, in fact, with the funding of the NRA, period. But anyway, so all I could say is read Jeff's lengthy article where he responds to the New Yorker, and then he's written a second article that was just a day or two ago where he offers two potential outcomes for the scenario. And one of them was that the board decides to do the right thing and stand up and take the hits and say, we're responsible, and here's what we forgot, here's what we didn't do, and here's who's standing down, and here's what we're going to do to show that the organization is solid, and then it was just the misdeeds of individuals who were the result, the consequence or whatever, they're responsible for this. But what are the odds of that? And then the other option, I think, was members doing something about it and attempting to do something. But I'm just summing up his articles. All I can say is he's willing to be in chats with other people, and we can potentially continue to have conversations, but it kind of blows that it all happens, right at a culmination of everybody traveling and everything. I suspect the antis set these things up intentionally to some extent. And, the NRA getting that lawsuit, I don't know what they were thinking, filing a lawsuit, weeks or whatever it was, a month before their own annual meeting. I guess they sort of had to because of how much money they're hemorrhaging. But there's a lot of mess to figure out. If you want, like I say, I've got Jeff's thing queued up here to what he talks about people who are attending the NRA annual meeting might do.
Yeah, if you want to play that, that's fine.
I'd love to hear that. I really would.
Me too.
And that was a question for the whole panel and the people out there watching. Can we spin this? Everybody needs to brainstorm here, not just Chi. Everybody needs to brainstorm. Let's see what we can come up with.
So this is an hour into an hour and 14-minute conversation. So I didn't do my typical what, why, and how. We just really talked about the situation at the NRA, this whole interview. And then at this point, this just came up kind of organically, and I was glad he mentioned it because I didn't think to ask. So hopefully the audio will work here.
I know we're hitting the time here for the top of the hour. I know we've left questions unanswered, but you've definitely uncovered a lot. You've given us some insight. I find very valuable just in that last point there.
Well, let me throw something out, Pete. The NRA.
So can you hear both of us okay? Or him?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Meeting of members is going to be on Saturday morning at 10 o'clock.
So I cut that at a shitty point. So you know, here's him interrupting me to say this point because it's so important, and I'll shut up.
Last point there.
Well, let me throw something out, Pete. The NRA meeting of members is going to be on Saturday morning at 10 o'clock in Indianapolis. Any of your listeners who can be at that meeting should be at that meeting. They need to let their frustration be heard. They need to demand that it be heard. The powers that be are probably, almost definitely, going to try and shut down anything on the floor of the meeting. And, you know, they'll point at the TV cameras and whatnot. And my answer to that is, well, throw those guys out. Everybody who's not a member of the NRA needs to leave the room.
I think what he means by that is he'll look at the press and say, oh, we can't talk about that in front of the press. And then our response needs to be, get the press out of here, because this is a super important topic.
Yeah, get them out because we need to talk.
So I'll back it up just a hair.
And whatnot. And my answer to that is, well, throw those guys out. Everybody who's not a member of the NRA needs to leave the room, because we need to talk about this. They need to set a time certain to discuss the accusations. They need to let the members have a voice, and the members need to be in that room and not be willing to be shut down. They don't have the power that they had back in '77 at Cincinnati. After that, the powers that be closed those doors to stop anybody from being able to do that again. First, it was my side trying to stop any counter-revolution, and then it was the other side as they gained more control. But at this point, almost all of the reforms of Cincinnati have gone away, and the doors have been closed. At the members' meeting, there is virtually nothing that you can do except file resolutions and express your anger. They want the members' meetings to be just rah-rah sessions, and they want to drag them out with long speeches and then say, gosh, we're all tired, and there's a whole bunch of guns over in the exhibit hall, and let's all get over there and see them, so I move we adjourn. And guys need to stand firm and say, no, no, no. We want to talk about this. We want answers. Are you resigning? Are you going away? Is the board doing what the board needs to be doing to clean up this mess? And the members, I'm afraid I'm not going to be there in Indianapolis. I quite frankly, I can't afford the trip.
We can change that though, right? You've got the firearmscoalition.org. You mentioned earlier that begrudgingly you put up the donate button. I wish you'd change the text.
All right, and then I beg people to buy him a cup of coffee, for crying out loud, right? Make it so he can be there. He can't afford to be there, for crying out loud. So anyway, all those people that are challenging NRA's position on stuff, are you going to be at the NRA annual meeting on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. in the room, standing up and being the cog in the gear, the works, and going to make it uncomfortable and unreasonable for them? I don't know if unreasonable is the right word, but make it uncomfortable for them and demand answers. Just because we don't have the things we used to have available to us doesn't mean it's gone. So I don't know of a better answer to what we can do. We have people in Indianapolis at the 80,000 number. I know it's tough. I mean, do we ever get to choose our battle? Do you ever get to decide, except for a karate class or something, do you ever get to stand up and bow to your opponent and take a deep breath and get ready to fight? Or do you find out you're fighting after you've driven many hours to get to a place and you've got...
I mean, this is one of the only solutions I've heard presented yet.
Sarge, can you start a GoFundMe for me?
To get you to Indy?
No, to get me bail money.
Yes. I got you back.
Is there some kind of secret cop handshake I can give them as they're taking me out so that I don't get...
This one.
Oh, okay.
It's 3 winks, and you really got to exaggerate.
3 winks? Do I have to rub mustaches with anybody? I heard that was like...
It doesn't hurt.
Okay.
But that is an actual solution. I mean, is it going to work? I don't know. But what, like G said, make them feel uncomfortable. Get in there, express your feelings, and make them feel uncomfortable. And who knows how the atmosphere in the room is going to change. everyone starts making them feel uncomfortable.
How awesome would it be if this is tomorrow? If Saturday at 10 a.m. turns out to be the 2019 Cincinnati Revolt or Indianapolis?
Look for the orange shirt with the black G on it.
Mm-hmm. I expect some people to be live when this happens.
Well, I can't.
Well, okay.
Unless you want to host it, and I'll join in.
I can't.
We'll be live on Saturday at 10 a.m. for anybody that wants to be live from the NRA meeting at 10 a.m. Saturday in Indianapolis.
Oh, so yeah, if you're on his chat while it's going on, you would be live.
Yep. Anybody wants to go live, we'll go live.
There you go. If I was there, I would be in on this, but unfortunately I couldn't go. This is our chance, and I say our chance as gun channels. Let's do this.
I'm gonna go try to. I guess Yankee sent me a link. I didn't know he was doing a show, so I'm gonna ditch out of this one. Try to get that message to Yankees audience too.
Huh. Well, thank you for sharing all that with us. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks
That's
to the
awesome.
patrons that make it all possible. Thanks for doing your thing. Thanks everybody that's in Indianapolis too, doing the good work.
All right.
Hey, obnoxious. When they arrest you, make sure you ask them, do you know who I am? I hear cops like that.
Yes.
That was going to be the first thing out of my mouth.
You know what also works good?
Do I go with do you know who I am or don't you know who I am? I want to make sure I get it right.
Don't you know is better.
Don't.
Yeah. That really asserts your dominance.
Okay.
So you're just
And
asking
I
a
gotta
question.
puff up too, right?
If you say, do you know who I am? You're just asking a question. But when you say, don't you know who I am? You're kind of already talking down. So
And then tell him you know Sarge. Well, Sarge already told me that I got to rub mustaches with.
what also works good is I pay your salary.
Am I being detained?
That works well.
Yes, you have to preface it all with, am I being detained? Don't you know who I am?
Yes. And then just take one of the bags of donuts that you already have with you and offer to share it with them, saying, I know you guys like these.
Make sure you let them know that you're a free natural man.
While you're double fisting them.
And you're a sovereign citizen as well. Don't forget the fact that you're a sovereign citizen.
You're a free man traveling about the country.
The NRAAM.
Yes. Hey, but seriously, this was a potential. Hey, is it going to work? I don't know if it's going to work, but it's a whole lot better than what we usually do.
I'll go in and I'll be a squeaky wheel in that meeting.
Well, roll call. Why aren't you going to be there? Are you going to go along with obnoxious?
Not going to be there till later, I don't think.
Well, he needs to change his plans.
I would go. Cindy doesn't get off work until 1. I mean, I'd leave her ass here, but I mean that would probably make her mad. But
just get an Uber. Go back and get her in a little bit. You got to be there at 10. Go back and get her.
I mean that's basically where we're at.
You're coming tomorrow.
We're at what that, huh?
Are you coming tomorrow, roll call?
Yeah, I'm coming tomorrow. I'll be there
Saturday. Meeting is Saturday.
Yeah, the meeting's Saturday, so I'll be there Saturday. Right. So I encourage everybody to show up. I mean, I'm a member. Obnoxious is a member. I know GunSnob is a member. I think we should go there and we should make some kind of a stink. Yeah, Budget's a member. I think we should make a stink. I think we should.
My boss, I wouldn't get arrested though, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'll shove you in front of me.
Well, I don't want to get arrested because I spent the money to come here, and I actually want to, get at the show. But I also want to see the NRA.
There's no reason to get arrested. You can show your disdain and your being upset and not do anything to get arrested for.
Exactly.
You just got to know when to stop.
Oh, I got to know when to stop?
I mean...
Just right or wrong, you got to know when to say, okay, well, here's about as far as I could go before they view it as disorderly conduct or before I get kicked out. You just got to know when to stop.
Isn't that why roll call's there?
Yeah. I'll take the heat
for everybody. Is it kind of like the canary? Like when he gets snuffed out, that's too far.
That's when we all know we got to quit.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, there's the mark. I saw the line.
Roll call.
I saw what roll call did.
You're the gun channel's canary in the coal mine.
I have my hand up.
Okay.
Okay. You know what? We should have thought about this beforehand and got the 2020 Indianapolis Revolt shirts made and warm in there.
Still have time.
I don't know.
If you really wanted to do it, you could get it done tomorrow in Indianapolis. I'm sure someone could make you shirts.
If we want to do it, I could probably get it done tomorrow before I come. I could probably call this lady and be like, look, I need this done like yesterday.
See?
It wouldn't be fancy, but it would prove a point.
My dad had to leave to go to Oklahoma.
See?
It's a basketball court.
Everybody send roll call some shirt sizes, and maybe you can do it. Or like they did, they just picked a hat.
I need a 2X orange.
And I know what you're saying, and maybe we can take what we learned and what you guys learn that are there, and what we learned tonight in this chat, and apply it to 2020. Because I will be, not that it matters that I'm there, but I will be there in 2020 because I'm going to plan out my activities a little bit better, and we could do probably a little bit more knowing what we've learned.
By the sound of it, you may be making a huge assumption in believing there's going to be a 2020 meeting.
You're correct, but hey, the board is ultimately responsible for any financial decisions. They're presented with all the information, with all the minutes, with all that. So if someone has to go down, it's not going to be some accountant unless they fudge the numbers or something like that. It's going to be the people that approved all this.
Well, from what I understood from G-Web's chat is the board has subcommittees, and it's like the finance and audit committee and the executive committee and all that. How I understood it, how it works.
Still,
so it's probably a portion of the board that is
up the line. Still, someone had to sign off on it. That's part of that whole power thing. They signed off on it.
They're saying, "Don't you know I'm an officer?"
So maybe we can spin it into a good thing. Oh my gosh, was that a Joe Biden challenge? I missed it. I'm presenting now. Oh, that's creepy. That hurts the soul. That hurts the soul.
I think it hurts your soul. You ought to be the one getting it done to you.
I wonder if there's enough time to get a restraining order before tomorrow.
Oh,
You should probably see if you can't get an emergency protective order.
You said you were up for it. I've got it on tape.
Damn it.
Well, does anybody else have any more suggestions or want to play off that? What positives can we bring out of this? Tardot, I'm sure you've got something.
I'm positive roll call is getting arrested.
Nah, I think he knows when to stop.
Roll call might be getting arrested.
I think
Might not be a bad idea to throw on the orange hat to bring a throwback to the 1977 revolt.
I'm sure you guys can find a sporting goods store there that would sell the orange onion caps still.
I have one.
Well, for those that don't have one.
Yeah.
Probably get on Amazon and have them delivered right there to your house.
I don't know if they would get there in time for Saturday. They would. Hopefully, the only sporting goods store isn't Dick's. That's the only problem. But then, aren't they getting rid of their whole hunting section or something in a bunch of stores?
Who?
Dick's. They
who
put out a
knows?
press release a few weeks ago that certain stores are getting rid of all their hunting gear.
Well, they've got. Well, I guess not everywhere is a Field and Stream. They have their own hunting store.
Well, they're supposed to be closing some of those too. So.
Yeah. Field and Stream isn't bad. I realize that's the same company, but it's not. They got a lot of neat stuff. I still think it's just ridiculous what they did with the whole AR-15 thing. That was just silly.
Roll call.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yours is a farm supply store. Do they have any other hats hanging around still? Hunting.
I got tons of hunting stuff at my store.
You want to bring some hats, and we'll all pay you back for them.
Yeah, I'll bring. Well, how many hats do we need? I'll go pick them up tomorrow.
I need one. Snob, you need one?
What are we doing with that for?
So, as a throwback to 1977.
Okay.
That was the signal of
Snob needs one. You need one. I don't think Tardet's on a NRA member.
He might be by tomorrow.
Might be by tomorrow.
$25 or whatever much it is. How much is a yearly subscription these days?
20, I think.
I just renewed mine. It's up to 35.
Oh.
And 35 now. It used to be 25 the last I checked.
Once I start trying to get my
I think if you get a coupon in the mail, it's cheaper.
I remember when I bought my life subscription, I only paid $300. That was a while back.
See, I don't have the life. I end up buying a gun or something that has a free one. And if I have to pay for it, I pay for it. But usually I just find one buy a gun that's got a free membership.
The problem with the free memberships you get with guns anymore is they're not full memberships. You got to check the membership card they send you. Like on Taurus, the last time that they did it, they were what they called a limited membership, and it didn't give you any voting rights or anything.
Well, you still don't have any voting rights until you've been a member for 5 consecutive years anyway, or a life
member, yeah. But even if those were the only thing you were using for your membership, the 5-year thing went out the window, because even if you were a member for say 4 years and then you used the free one to get your 5th year, it didn't count because it would only be a limited membership.
More doom and gloom. More doom and gloom from you guys.
Are they checking membership cards before you go into the meeting? Before you go into the actual meeting?
I would assume they would.
Or is it anybody in the building can go into the meeting?
No, the meetings are for members only.
Let's see if I even got my NRA card with me.
You can always print one out if you don't, if you got a printer available.
Oh,
you can go to their website and print one out.
Freedom's safest place.
Excuse me.
Yep, I have mine.
Well, there you go. I think we actually we did a little good tonight with our NRAAM chat. We came up with a little something. Well, anything else you guys want to talk about before we can start winding down? Because I know you guys are probably all beat from traveling and whatnot, and some people are still traveling. So, does anybody have anything else they want to talk about? Nothing.
Can I say that the Fifth Amendment's for eminent domain and not just because the government took your butt stock?
I would expect nothing less. If anybody doesn't know, Rich cannot be wrong. If he knows something, he will not take it on the chin. He will be right. He's correct.
Well, here's the thing about when Night Strike was reading the Fifth Amendment. He was forgetting a very pertinent two-word phrase in that clause of the Fifth Amendment where it says public use. They weren't taking bump stocks for public use.
Mm-hmm.
The clause that he was quoting is the eminent domain clause. That has nothing to do with the bump stock case.
Well, see, you're right. But if anybody hasn't seen that, that was a classic from the other night. It was classic from Tuesday Night's Hit or Miss. They were going at it pretty good. And I say that in a good way. It was fantastic. All right.
I had to walk away from my laptop at the time because I didn't get to rebut him live on the show about that point. Oh, well.
All right. There's a question out there. I haven't been reading all the comments. I've read a lot of them, but not all of them. I was looking at one. There's one about here about next gun purchase, but we could cover that in just a second. What, for people that have been to the NRA annual meeting, what would they suggest, like a game plan for people that haven't been there before? Does anyone have any tips they want to share with what people should try to do?
don't go at it like me. Actually, have some rhyme or reason to the direction which you're walking in there, or you'll just never.
You have none. You do not have the ability.
Squirrel, I'm gone.
Yeah, he is completely like that. It's when we went to Wanamaker, it was just a zigzag with no chance of ever covering the whole place because it was just completely random. And I learned that from SHOT Show. You have got to kind of lay out a plan of the big places. I say places, the big booths you want to hit, and you kind of lay out a plan and not be bouncing up and down between floors and across the arena. Kind of really look and try to figure out like a pattern to help you, because it's not like you're just going to go a little bit out of the way. You're going to go a lot out of the way, and it's really going to cut down on your time.
Well, and a big thing is with NRAs, they do provide an app for the event, so you can have that map on your phone. You can go and highlight what companies you want to look at, talk to. You can make notes about what you want to ask them, all that good stuff. And that's something I would highly recommend getting on your phone or on a tablet, so that way you can have it handy as you're going around and know who you want to talk to.
I had to use the app several times at SHOT just to try to figure out where I was going, figure out where things were. So if they have got that app, you definitely need to get it and use it. Definitely. If NRA has it, an app, because that's a lifesaver on these big events.
I've got it. I've got the app. I got all my little booths that I wanted to go to or favorited, and so I may still have a squirrel moment when I get in there, but I've at least got a plan.
Well, there's a total difference between having a squirrel moment and having like a dozen of them.
He'll only have a squirrel moment if he sees something pretty in orange.
Yes.
If there's a lot of orange stuff, he's in trouble.
And or stainless with a laminated stock.
No. Or just stainless.
I just fondled a stainless gun earlier with a Pretty Wood grips.
What was it?
Actually, it wasn't even stainless, was it?
It's
That's
a
a
matte
stainless, wasn't it?
Yeah, stainless.
I couldn't remember what it was. I hope he never has to draw to the We the People holster.
I was just sitting here next to him hoping he doesn't fire off around me.
See that? Think that's pretty?
I just sold this, by the way.
I paid $906 for that.
Hey, Sarge.
I'll sell you this for $907.
He's not even going to comment. His mic went out.
Your mic working.
Oh.
Sorry. I actually passed on a 229 the other day, Elite, that I could have gotten for a steal just because I was wanting to build something different right now. Yeah, I probably should have bought it, but it was a steal. But I might be able to get it eventually because I know the person that bought it. Yeah, I don't have any guns out. Somebody's talking about Gorn. I don't have any guns out, I don't think, in the room right now. I've got a magazine I bought the other day.
Well, if you give everybody some time here, we can probably fill up the Gorn.
Well, kid, I will do that as long as people do it safely.
Well, the question is too: are you ready for the show to go on for about another 2 hours?
Yes. Feel free.
We realize we might have brought more handguns and more guns that are needed.
You guys just have to tell me who's doing what, and I'll present you.
Looks like Obnoxious is going first.
All right. I'm presenting because everybody likes Gorn.
We'll put it on me, and I'll just move out of the way.
Okay.
And I'll turn on my mic, and they can all talk on it.
All right. Let's see the Gorn safely. Oh, look at that. Now, why did we build why did we bring an AR pistol?
Because I didn't want to bring an AR rifle.
I think he left his mic on there. Snob left his mic on.
Okay, so you can hear me?
Yeah.
All right. So I didn't want to bring an AR rifle.
Well, that's cool.
So I brought my I brought my 300 black pistol with my string light. And we've got my sling. We got our SB1. I believe that is. Little red dot, flip up sight. My Magpul bad lever. And my Ambi BCM charging handle. And I believe that is the Palmetto State nickel boron.
Awesome. He's ready for it to go down. Ah, more corn.
Okay. So I brought.
Gotta pull everything out.
Ah, Tiffany blue, Glock 42.
Of course. This is what I carried all day.
Well, almost all day.
Well, every day. Well, all day except in Illinois. I took it off then, but
Except when Snob gets it and takes off with it.
Nobody wants that in your ass.
he doesn't. He's not allowed to touch it.
Oh.
It's all mine.
All right.
Doing what I carried all day is my lidless gun because it's so handy to carry and you don't even know it's there. Pretty little bodyguard.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's like a handgun, only smaller. Yeah, it's almost a handgun. All right, I'll let
That's
somebody else
cool.
go. Here. Oh, hold on.
Oh, okay. So we got. Let's start with this. We only brought handguns.
Yeah.
We got our K245. So next we've got Smith & Wesson 1911E.
Gunpowder's favorite.
Very, very nice.
Gunpowder's favorite one of ours. And I gotta pull the other one.
Ohio 45 ACP just pulled 18 guns off his body. I don't know. He doesn't want to show them. What do we got here? A little 938? 238. Or 238, okay. Yeah, the 938's a 9.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Hold it up into the camera frame.
I forgot this is a different camera.
Excellent.
Pretty little gun.
And then we've got SIG SP 2022. This is the one that everybody says they've never seen one out in the wild.
Ah.
That's actually my carry today.
365. I happen to want to play with this gun. I didn't know he had this. I want to hold it here in a minute. I'm very interested in one of these.
Yeah, they hold a surprising amount of rounds for that
I
size
held one
gun.
at NRAA's, the only time I've ever had one in my hand last year. So I'm very interested in one.
Yep, with a 10+1, and then they have a 12+1 extended mag.
Ooh. This one he may not get back.
Is that a wheel gun?
Oh, it is.
With a does that have a rail?
Oh, it does. It's a performance center model. No, it does not have a rail. I'm sorry. I thought you was asking.
It does. I don't have it on there.
Oh, he doesn't have the rail on it. He said it does.
Oh, but is that the 8-shot 357?
I would say so.
Oh yeah.
This is what the TR8, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
that is. Ooh.
Ported barrel.
Yes.
Somebody just dropped out.
Yeah.
I have its cousin. Mine's only mine's stainless.
Nice gun.
There's its cousin.
Now we're all amused. We're all passing this gun around.
Frame.
Oh yeah, that thing's fantastic.
It's very, very light. Ported barrel.
5-inch barrel. Barrel.
That's actually your screw holes to put your rails on and off.
Does that have a grip zone? Tell you where to hold it?
Yep, has a grip zone. Ported on the top. So this was my last Springfield Armory purchase. It was before they went off. And I brought my wife that I stole's shield, but I have one issue with it. I only have one magazine for it, and I couldn't find the other one because it got washed. So I guess I'm gonna have to go buy a magazine if I'm gonna carry it. I brought bullets for it because I took the other magazine and put it somewhere so I would unload it. Woo! He said it was unloaded. But the other magazine.
I can't say that I'm not going to cut that part out
Yeah.
and put it online.
Hey, it was unloaded and it was in a safe direction the whole time at the floor. But no, good. I just watched it on my phone over here that's playing in the YouTube. But yeah, so we lost the other magazine to it somewhere, and I haven't got a chance to change the ammo in it, so therefore I just have one magazine for that. So anyways. Oh, hold on. And this one is loaded, so I'm not going to drop it. I'm just going to pull it out and show you real quickly.
Ooh.
So
very nice.
And I still have one more in the car, so you know.
Well, I expect no less.
Yeah. Well, we didn't want to be invaded by zombies or anything here.
All right. Well, I'm going to go around the room, let everybody give their closing plugs, wind this down a few minutes early so people can relax, meet and greet, hang out, do real people stuff, and have a good time. So let's go. Let's start over here with Gizzard. He's been awful quiet tonight.
Well, I just haven't had a whole lot to offer because I'm not there. So
I feel your pain.
I support everybody who is there, though. I wish you all well, good luck, and everything. Tomorrow night, I guess, during Foul Territory, if you guys are going live or something, you may preempt me, and that's fine. So, anyway, Foul Territory Friday night, 9 Eastern, 8 Central. Early bird chat Sunday morning, 10 Eastern, 9 Central. Thanks for the invite. Give them the bird up there in the NRA, guys.
Say, you might be able to host a chat tomorrow night.
I could definitely do that. We could make it, centered on our people covering the NRA, and everybody could join up.
Yeah, like day one, what took place.
Yeah, we can just use my show for that if that's what we want to do.
Well,
I'm good with that.
There's an idea. All right. Obnoxious. What's up? What do you got coming up this week? Well, I know what you got coming up this weekend, but what kind of anything you have planned to try to do?
Yeah. Who was that for, Sarge? 12. Was that me?
Yeah, you put the
Yes.
ground in here.
Can I ask what you're trying to get accomplished this weekend, or what videos you got coming out based off this?
Based off this, I'm hoping to have a lot of stuff coming out. I want to go by Ruger because I want to get some video of those new revolvers that they're coming out with. I want to go by SIG, of course.
Check out when you're at Ruger. Check out the new compact Security 9. See what it looks like.
Okay. Well, I'm sure if it's something new they're putting out, I'm sure they'll
I
be
think
more
it's
than
going to
happy
be a hot little pistol.
Yeah. With Tardot showing off his SAR, that got added to my list of people I want to go see. So I'm going to go see them. Andrew Faulkner wanted me to go buy F1 firearms, so I'm going to go buy them. But I've got such a list, and I want to go buy Savoy leather, or Savoy, but I believe he pronounces it Savoy. That's who did my holster, and I'm probably going to pick up if he's got any there ready to go, pick up a rifle sling for that Marlin.
I think F1 firearms. I'm trying to remember, but I think that's where I got the video done with Master Ken. I think they were there with them at SHOT. Not saying they're going to be there tomorrow, but hey, they might be.
Might be, but yeah, I've got like 3 dozen at least start out to go see. So I'm gonna be spending the whole 3 days trying to get around there and get some really good stuff. I've got I think I got one video queued up for next Tuesday, and then I'll start dropping stuff from NRAAM here, and I'll probably try and get something out tomorrow from there. So that's what I got going on.
Okay, excellent. Rich, what do you got coming up?
Well, before I go put my plug in, can you present real quick? Because I think Tardot's the only one on this panel that has not seen this yet, because he's been in the dungeon since before I got it.
That is a fine piece of equipment.
That's GP100 match.
No, that's the Smith & Wesson 627 Pro Series.
Oh.
What caliber?
357 Magnum, 8 rounds.
Oh. That is a man gun.
Yeah, factory wood grips that I replaced the rubber that it came with, but these on here instead.
Are those ultimate grips, or did you get them from?
I got them direct from Smith. I don't know who made them, but they got the Smith & Wesson.
Yeah, I think turn it around. Let me see the other side.
It's Smith & Wesson medallion on both sides.
Yeah. Okay. They look a lot like the ultimate grips that I put on my 629.
It might be the same company. They might make them and put Smith's medallion on there. So
that is a manly gun, that's for sure.
You got to have big hands to hold this one. My wife likes this one. She shoots this very well.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of metal there to help absorb the recoil.
Yeah, at first she was scared to try and shoot it because of it, but then I started with 38s with it, and then she's like, I want to try some of the 357s, and she was hitting center of mass every single time, bullet after bullet after bullet was going in the maybe like 2-inch hole.
Awesome.
And she's really good shot with this thing.
Well, cool.
Anyway, as for the plug, Sunday night on Unloaded Media, we will have This Week Unloaded.
There you go. 8 p.m. East, Sunday night.
Yes, sir. 8 p.m. Eastern time.
All right. Roll call. What do you have coming up this week? What do you plan on trying to get accomplished as far as video-wise and content-wise?
Well, I never got a press pass, so I can't do stuff. So I'm just going to walk around with my camera and do it incognito. So expect that. Probably going to hang out with the folks that are going to go there on the panel, and then the people that are traveling. Go hang out with them, and then talk to a bunch of people and rub elbows with these industry folks. See how that goes.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad you're here. Tardot, what are you going to try to accomplish? What do you have coming up?
I'm going to try not to accomplish anything, honestly. No, we're going to be going. I've got a few companies I definitely want to meet up with that we've met with before, SAR, Alien Gear, and a couple other ones. But I'm definitely looking forward to meeting up with Keystone out there because we're going to look at doing some training with our 4-year-old. He's about to be turning 5 this year, and we're looking to get him trained in safe operation of firearms. And they've got a awesome looking mini Mosin that they're bringing out. And that's something I definitely look forward to seeing and get my hands on and checking out. So that's great.
Safety first.
Definitely.
I mean, because if not, we're not accomplishing anything if we're not safe while we do it.
Yeah.
We're actually working backwards.
Yep. And that's the big thing is, like I said, with him turning 5, I want to do some videos with him and do some training with him. Other than that, everybody just check out tarpowdermedia.com and make sure you go and check out Gunpowder because if I don't promote her, she may throw punch me tonight.
Yeah, we don't want that. We don't need any violence up there. So, all right. We'll look forward to seeing all that, everything that you're coming out with. And that guy's wife, what do you guys have coming up? Or anything special that we should specifically look forward to?
The only thing that's like absolutely specific is going to be the fashion show that we will be there as media on Saturday night. It starts at 6:30, but we as media get to go in at 5:30 and meet with the models and stuff like that, which is pretty awesome. So pretty excited about that. But other than that, I know we've all got, all three of us have got different things and companies that we want to meet up with. So it's going to be a lot of stuff going on this weekend. So just keep an eye out.
All right. Definitely. Anything that you want to relay for anybody else in the vehicle with you?
You can just check him out. Everybody, he's on YouTube. He's famous,
All right.
Everybody knows knows who he is. It's all good.
All right. Well, you guys be careful driving in.
It's Clover, by the way. Clover Tech.
All right. You're cutting in and out just a little bit, but please be careful driving in. All right. Next. Let's see. We have Snob's wife, 76, and Snob's husband. Or Stacy's husband, 76. I think we didn't change his name.
All right. Thanks.
So, what do you guys have coming up there?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, okay. I got something for you, but I'll wait till we're off air to tell you. So yeah, I'll probably put a bunch of stuff on Instagram. I don't know if I'll upload any videos. I may go live one day a little bit. Now, if Roll Call does something crazy, I may go live with that just for,
Oh,
attention.
yeah.
But other than that, no, most everything will probably be on Instagram until I get home and have time to edit videos. I'm probably not going to do a whole lot of it. Unless I see something really cool, then I'll try to get something quick out. But other than that, that's it. So if you're not following me on Instagram, go follow me. Later. Thanks for having me.
All right. Awesome. Snob's wife.
Yes.
What do you have coming up? What are you going to try to accomplish there?
I don't know. Just gonna walk around and, I know there's a few that I want to go to and try and talk to. I bought a necklace that was made out of ammo last year. And of course I wasn't doing the media stuff then and stuff. And, which I brought the necklace. I'm planning on wearing it. Gorgeous necklace. So I really liked it. I'm hoping she's there again. And I wasn't really paying attention to the name. So I just kind of have to look around and type thing. Cause I don't remember what the name was. Cause I wasn't paying attention, but, so, I know I want to find her again cause her jewelry was awesome. Definitely femme fatale and, the conceal carry purses. And I like to find some of the ones that do like the tactical range bags because I don't have one of my own. And so I was gonna look at them and stuff. So it's kind of a play by ear thing.
All right. Well, we'll be watching. That's for sure. Thanks for being on. I appreciate you guys taking time while you're out there having a blast. I'm not having a blast because I'm not there, but I appreciate you to let me at least live through you guys a little bit, vicariously. But
Well,
I will be there next year.
We all miss you.
Thank you. I will be there next year. I promise. The only thing I have coming up is I'm going to do the 2A spring challenge. I'm going to try to get that done in the morning or Saturday, one or the other. I'm going to try to do it in the morning. And I'm going to do the budget guns and gear challenge, which is really just for bragging rights for the Gun Channels crew. So we're going to try that, see how badly I do with that. And I'll mail you guys. I know Obnoxious and Snob wanted me to mail one. Want me to just email it to you? I could just scan it, and then you could just print it off instead of waiting on snail mail. I'll just do that. I'll scan it and send it to you. That's it. That's all I have. Everybody wants to give their closing things out there. This one's in the bag. I'll see you on the range.
Give him the bird.